Here on BBC One, it's time for the news where you are. Bye for now.
Good evening. Communities need to work together to tackle knife and hate crime, as according to the Chief Constable of Thames Valley Police. Francis Habgood steps down next week after 4 years as the force's top officer. Sinead Carroll reports.
Knife crime is one of the key issues police are having to tackle. Just this month, a 20-year-old from Southampton was fatally stabbed on the streets of Oxford. Thames Valley Police increased its use of stop and search by 50% last year. Some worry that those powers might alienate sections of our communities, like young people.
We don't trust the police. We're going to have a relationship with young people.
Maybe people don't trust the police or authority in general. So you have to build that up gradually, and sometimes you need other people, whether it's voluntary groups, and there are some great examples of individuals from the community who are acting as, whether it's intermediaries or helping to break down some of those relationships.
Last weekend, right-wing images sprayed on a school wall in Oxford made national news. Thames Valley Police has one of the highest rates for not identifying perpetrators in the country.
What can Thames Valley Police do to tackle extremism, and specifically far-right extremism? We
all have a position to play in sort of saying, actually, if you hear something that's inappropriate around whether it's language or behaviour, actually what are we doing to actually pull somebody up about that? And there are of course circumstances where that might not be appropriate, but actually we have to try and change some of those attitudes so that we don't have very, very extreme behaviour by individuals that we've seen in other parts of the world, which are truly devastating.
In the last 8 years, Thames Valley Police has had its budget cut by 100 million and it's lost 1,000 members of staff. Francis Habgood has this advice for his successor.
The really important thing about being a Chief Constable is always remembering who we're here to serve. You know, we're here to serve the public, so any decision we make has to have the interests of our communities at the absolute forefront.
Sinead Carroll, BBC South Today.
2 men charged with murder after the deaths of 2 pensioners in Buckinghamshire will stand trial in April. 69-year-old Peter Farquhar died in October 2015. 83-year-old Anne-Moore Martin died in Maids Morton in May 2017. The men charged are from Olney and Cornwall. A taxi driver who crashed while drunk, injuring himself, his passenger and another driver, has been jailed for more than 2 years. 31-year-old Kabir Hafiz, who was driving towards Aino, tried to overtake a car in front. He collided with an oncoming vehicle. A man's been jailed after being found with more than £70,000 worth of drugs. 24-year-old Sahil Aurangzeb from Aylesbury was arrested in February. Police found cocaine in his car. He pleaded guilty to possession with intent and was jailed for 5 years. A rapper has added his voice to the debate about the fairness of trans women athletes competing in female sport. Oxford University graduate Zuby was filmed breaking the British women's deadlift record while claiming he was identifying as a woman. Matt Graveling reports.
At first glance, this video of a deadlift seems uncontroversial, but it's the accompanying comment which has seen it gain coverage all over the world.
I keep hearing about how biological men don't have any physical strength advantage over women in 2019. So watch me destroy the British women's deadlift record without trying.
Zuby's post has already gained more than 1,500 comments.
When you start getting people who are born men and then they're competing against women, it's not fair. I mean, if taken to its logical conclusion, it would push women out of professional sports and it would prevent them having a lot of opportunities that are currently open to them.
While there is strong support for his view, others disagree.
Hi, I'm Natalie Washington. I'm 35 years old and I've been playing football for 15 years.
Born male, Natalie later chose to transition to female.
As I grew older, I became more aware that, this was a feeling that my body didn't fit how I felt my identity was.
2 years ago, Natalie joined a women's football team, only after proving her medication had sufficiently reduced her testosterone level.
Trans people have been fighting this notion that we just wake up one morning and decide to be a different gender to kind of troll society somehow. We've been fighting this idea for so long. It's frustrating to see that there are still people kind of perpetuating that idea.
I'm a man. If next year I went on some kind of testosterone suppressors or hormone blockers or anything like that, I'd still have the muscles that I've gained and put on through all my years of training as a man. So the notion that I would be physically equivalent to a biological woman it's simply false.
In reference to the topic, the International Olympic Committee say they aim to balance inclusivity, fairness, safety and a level playing field for athletes. For now, it remains a divisive topic. Matt Graveling, BBC South Today.
Hopes for a cycle path between Botley and Ensham appear to be scuppered. Cyclists say the route would improve safety. The County Council was due to bid for funding as part of an A40 upgrade. Now it says the bid won't meet government criteria.
The community wants a cycle path, businesses want a cycle path. The only thing that is stopping this is some antiquated funding formula that goes back to the 1980s or something, which is stopping us getting the investment that we need.
And finally, a deal for Swindon Town Football Club and its supporters to buy the county ground has been approved. They'll purchase the freehold from the Borough Council for £2.2 million. They have a year to raise the money to buy the ground. Well, that's it. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a good evening and I'll see you soon.
Hello and a very good evening to you. We've seen quite cloudy skies across the day today, like this scene here at Henley-on-Thames in Oxfordshire. We have got quite cloudy conditions to take us on through tonight and beyond as well. So tomorrow, again, another quite cloudy day, but staying on the mild side.